Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Lino table lamp. This is the 273085, and I have one here, so we'll have a chance to look at all the details about it. So overall height, and that's going to be to the top of the shade, over here is 25 inches, and the diameter is going to be the shade itself, which is coming in at 18 inches, and we'll talk more about this in just a second. So the base on this is a ring, and that's going to be 4.6 inches in diameter, and it's 6.2 pounds, so it's a pretty good weight. Okay, let's hit that shade pretty quickly. So this shade is going to be offered to you in two different types. It's going to be fabrics anyway. It's going to be offered to you in natural white Anna, which is a pure white. Light's going to come through. The inside of this also has a reflective coating on it that's going to let light go down and up and some through it. And the other option is going to be flax, and you can order samples of those if you want to. You'll notice there's a page on the page for this fixture, there's going to be a template, and you can order little swatches, but just make sure you order the natural white Anna and the flax if you're going to be doing that. You pop in your address and your name and address, and we just pop them in the mail for you, so you're good to go. Top of this is going to be having a spider, and spiders are pretty standard in America. And this is always going to be in black, just so you know there too. So the size of this is 18 across the bottom, 15 across the top, 9 inches going up the slope. So we'll just kind of set that aside. On top of this is going to be coming this. This is a frosted glass diffuser. It sits right on top of this, held in place by this little washer, which is held in place by this. This is a finial. And when you look at your installations instructions, parts list, you'll see all these different parts. You don't have to use this if you don't want to. Basically, the idea of a diffuser is if you're looking down on this lamp from a second floor, you won't be able to see the socket set up because of the frosted glass. So it basically just shields your eyes. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use it. The other thing about it is, let's see, there's a glossy side and there's a matte side, and kind of the matte side is the one that's supposed to be up. There's also going to be a little bit of a gap between the edge of the glass and the shade, so it can cool that socket through convection. It brings cooler air from the bottom and expels warmer air from the top. Okay, so why don't we hit over here and check out a few things. So this is called your harp, and then here's your socket. These are always going to be in a gunmetal gray, just so you know. Finial and this little washer guy are going to be the same finish that you chose in your Choose Your Finish pull-down menu. Now let's talk about that socket. That's going to be pretty important on this piece. So this is using a medium base socket, right? Very easy, no special bulbs that you need. It's basically got a dimmer built into it, which is very cool. There's a microchip hiding inside of the socket. So you'll notice when you turn it on, you'll hear a click, and then you go to full power, and then you back off and you turn it back, and you'll hear a click and it goes off. So it's pretty cool. The kind of bulb that you're going to be able to get into this harp is going to be an A19, and that's a standard size light bulb we all grew up with. I can find these bulbs in incandescent still out in the world, and if you want to, you can go up to 100 watt max if you still want to do that. There's not a problem. If you want to go LED, here's your choices. There's the kind of old school LEDs, and then there's the newer ones. They're both going to work fine. I tend to like these myself. I can find this bulb, this A19, up to 100 watt equivalent out in the world, either at like a Home Depot or possibly at a hardware store like an Ace or something like that. As just a 60 watt equivalent or a 75 watt equivalent, I can find these at my grocery store in Vermont. If you want to pick them up online, you can find them on Amazon and a couple other places, or many other places that are out there. Probably even DoorDash, believe it or not. You can get bulbs everywhere now. So the color of the light coming through these bulbs is going to be pretty important. So when you're out there looking for bulbs, just remember 2700 Kelvin is going to be that super yellow light, a setting sun. They're going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it's a warm light, but it's not a warm light. That's that bluish white light, like a hospital waiting room. That is going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white or soft white, and that is 3000 Kelvin. And that's the light that's coming down from these LEDs above. So you can see it's a nice glow, kind of like an incandescent bulb. That's what we like to use. So my take would probably be, it doesn't matter which one you get really at the end of the day. I would probably pick up a 60 to a 75 watt equivalent to start off with. Make sure you get it in the color temperature you want, and then it's really important, make sure it's dimmable. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.